Mississippi. The Egg Bowl, a game that has a tendency to rip families apart during a time of year when most families come together to express Thanksgiving. But some aren't thankful for the sound of cowbells or screams of hotty toddy, which will make their presence known in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Ole Miss Rebels. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense takes the field to start this game off. The Rebels took home the golden egg in a close one the last time they met.
They don't care if it was close or a blowout. They got the W. They've been able to talk about it all off-season long, and you can just feel the energy and electricity this year.
Boy, and you know it matters. You're talking about all these kids in state talking to them. Where do you want to go? Which side do you want to be on? Ole Miss winning last year matters when it comes to recruiting.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. This time it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's back. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Mississippi State right back to the line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Bulldogs are marching down the field.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. He just won't take a big hit. Slides off guys, makes moves. He's down to the 21. Calls his own number. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. He wants it all. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rebels offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Defense in press coverage. Dropping back, it's Burr. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. ground, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. And some room to work. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Rebels kept his drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. And they will score. Touchdown, Rebels. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
He'll bring it out. It's Abraham. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Here's a heat. And he'll just get rid of that one. So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench. Fumbles in the end zone to lose it. Legs being hiked. Coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football. And it feels like, Palmer, these games always come down to something at the end of the game that's so fun and controversial.
What I love about this rivalry, too, is that historically there hasn't been a lot of conference.
He tries to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, they worked the play action, and he had his guy outside one-on-one on the go route, and there was no question who was going to be getting the football on this one. Phenomenal job stacking the defender on the route. He gets in behind him, able to make the catch way down the field, and then run it in for the touchdown.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. No huddle offense to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Creates a little room. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Offense, quick tempo.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
To the air, it's Burr. The screen, he's got wheels. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Takes a shot as he lets it go. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Off play action on first down. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the Golden Egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the...
He unleashes a long one. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Got his man quickly. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the Bulldogs have this offense rolling. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. And it'll be a short game. No need to take a big hit there on the scramble. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Quickly complete. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it on the run. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Quick strike through the air for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Burr. Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Rebels will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to fire. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
He's got the back in the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He makes the catch inside the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And that's a first down for the offense.
From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. From the gun, running back gets to give. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to pass, it's Burr. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Take over first and 7.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They'll line up for a second down play. Off the play fake. Buys a little time with his feet. He's open on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. It's complete.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. It's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got him downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Looking to throw, it's Burr. Finds the tight end. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. And the Rebels want to move quickly. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
From the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They'll run for it. Oh, better look out. There he goes. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. This will likely be the last play of the half. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, so much to break down from a spirited start to this Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll run play action. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Dropping back, it's Burr. Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The give on the option. Got the first down and more. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Mississippi State going up tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense
turning it on. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Yeah, that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
He'll keep it himself. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Good enough for a first down.
They'll leave it with him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's second and 2.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. The change will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Takes the handoff. It's Bickley. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Throws to the wideout. It's complete. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. We'll send the tight end in motion. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He gets it inside the 40, but he stopped at the 39, and that's not quite enough for the first down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. He slides that just inside the right upright.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Flips it out in the flat. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Finds his big tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a third down play. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's got it. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. He'll do it himself. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This offense has it with really good field position. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Power football with the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
1st and goal, Mississippi State.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on.
He's going for the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. They've got a favor, and what they want is more cowbell, and they are getting it as the Bulldogs stretch the lead.
Hail State, explosive plays all over the field, David. They are running away with this thing.
And I guarantee you all the Ole Miss fans are saying, get those cowbells out of my face, because they are excited and they've got something to cheer about.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Ware. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down.
Number 17, on to punt it away.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
They'll ride the hot hand. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It's complete on the right side. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On the move. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Mississippi State right back to the line.
That's a first down for the offense.
Gets the back moving. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them?
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. 2nd down, he'll throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Snagged out of the air. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on third down. Off play action. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meat open wound. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fowler. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense.